In this video, we'll be creating a coronavirus reminder platform or window that will help remind you every 30 seconds to wash your hands. It'll have a picture and a text. This lesson will teach you about tkinter and it'll teach you about using the time module. Let's dive right into it. So first we'll import the tkinter module, and the other module we'll be importing is time. So from tkinter, we need to import ttk, and just to make things easier, I'm just going to import tkinter as tk. And we also need to import from tkinter, we also need to import asterisk, which is another submodule. And now that we're done importing everything, let's start with our function. Our function will run our window, and the function will help create our window every 30 seconds. So I'll define our function. I'll name it run win, as it's simple and it's also short. So the first thing you want to do in our run win is assign a variable to our tk, which is basically our window, or it represents our window. So after that, we want to set a size limit. So we would do window.geometry, and in here we would do the amount we want for our window. So I'd say reasonable size is 300 by 200, which is what I'm doing. And the next thing we need to do is rename the window. So I would do window.title, and I'd give it a good title, like coronavirus reminder. Or if you want to do all caps to make sure it stands out, you can do that. And after that, we want to create our first label. And to create our first label, we would do label, I'll make it caps, label 1. And to create the label, we do capital label, and then curly brackets, and then inside here we would put our window, which is the master. And then after that, since this label we want to do text to make sure people wash their hands, we would do text equals in string quotation marks, remember to wash your hands. So the way that tkinter puts this your label 1 onto the window is it would use the label. You would have to put label 1, which is your variable for the label, and then you would do pack. So pack puts onto the window Our second label will be our photo. So the key thing I want to stress is my photo is in the same file, since I'm using File Explorer. And if your photo is on a different file, like if you were to download it off the web, it would go on your downloads, not into the My VS Code file. Then you would have to type like a long string of characters, and it would be more complicated. So I would suggest going to File Explorer and putting it into your VS Code. So since it's in my same file, I would create a variable and make it equal to the photo variable, the photo image. And this photo image, it can do file equal to my image. And my image name is simple. It's just download.png. And after we're done with that, we want to create our second label, which is equal. It's the same exact thing, same exact format as the label 1, with the win as first, except instead of text, we would put image, which is equal to our variable, which is photo. After we're done, since we're done with creating our labels, we want to run this whole window. So to run this whole window, we would have to do our variable, which is win, and do main loop. And this main loop basically creates your window. So if we were to run this, we can see if we made any errors or anything. So here it displays the text, but it doesn't display the photo. That means we did something with the photo. Oh, we didn't pack it. So after this, we would do label to, it's the same thing as the text, dot pack. And now if we were to run it, we'll see that it's good. And it works. Yay. So since we're done creating the window, now we want to create our timer or our clock that helps make sure that every 30 seconds our window pops up in the corner of the screen or like in the middle of the screen. So to do that, we would have to create a few variables, and we'll create a variable for seconds, for minutes, and for hours. So for hours, we'll just put 1, minutes, random thing, I'll just put 59. And for seconds, so since we're testing every 30 seconds, I would put something below 30, or below 30, because that would be easier to test and it'll be faster for you. So I'm going to put 27, which is right next to it, around. So after we're done with these variables, now we'll just create our while loop, which will run our code continuously. And so we don't want this while loop to stop. We want it to keep on going so that our timer keeps on going, and every 30 seconds our window will pop up. So we do while true, which will only end if you enter false into the while. Wrong. So after I'm done with that, so while true, we want to print our timer, or we want to print the hours, minutes, and seconds. So to do that, we would do print, and then since the seconds, minutes, and hours are variables for integers, and we want to print it, we would want to print the string version of that. So to do that, we would do str, and in curly brackets, the variable. So first would be hours, as that's how it's in a clock, and then plus, and then we want to separate it. So we put this to separate it, and after that we'd add it to the string of our minutes, and another separator, and we'd also add it to our string of our seconds. So that will print out the current number of hours, minutes, and seconds. And after this, so if you were to run this currently, it would just print out 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 27 seconds. So to make sure that our clock keeps on going, we would put seconds plus equals 1. But that would only increase the seconds. So the way that a clock works is it goes to 60, then 60 seconds becomes 1 minute, and seconds would equal to 0. And the same thing for minutes to hours. So if there's 60 minutes, it would turn in 1 hour, 0 minute, which is what we'll do now. So here we'll do if sec equal to 60, then we'll make sec, oh wait, that's just easier. Sec will equal 0, so it'll go back to 0, and minute will plus equal 1, or it'll gain by 1. So if the minute was 59 here, the minute would turn 60. So like that, we do the same thing for minutes and hours. So if the minute equals, minute variable is equal to 60, we would make the minute variable back to equal 1, and the hour variable to plus equal 1. So now that we're done with our clock, or the basics of our clock, So this will just keep on adding the second, this 1 to second. So it would add second plus 1, and it would assign that to the second variable. But we want it to stop every 1 second. That way our clock is accurate. It doesn't do like a million in a second. We want the second to increment by 1 every second. So to do that, we would use time dot sleep, which is a function, and inside there you can assign how many seconds you want it to stop or sleep by. And since you want it by 1, it will be like that. So now we're almost done. The remaining thing we need to do is run our run window in this clock, or this loop that runs our clock. So to that we would do if this, and we want to run it every 30 seconds. So if seconds is equal to 30, which is like 30 seconds, or if you add 30 to 30 seconds, it will equal 0 in our clock. Then if seconds is equal to 30, or seconds is equal to 0, then we would want to run our run win. So you just put run win. And let's see if we're done. Let's run this. And let's bring this up. So here's our clock. And here is our coronavirus. Remember, it's our window. So it'll pop up every 30 seconds. So now it's going to keep on going. So let's wait. Let's see if it runs on another tab. So this is Visual Studio Code, which is my editor. Just see if it's running. It's 48 seconds. I'll just switch when it's 55 so we can see. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's see if it pops up. So you can do this anywhere you want. So if you can be playing a game, coding, searching up on Google, but this will pop up every 30 seconds. If you want to change it, you can change the sleep time to like 30 minutes, whatever time limit you want. And hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good day, and till next video, I'll see you.